Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share messages that get from Spirit, from all of our higher selves on this journey to love. And this is the second part of today's message. So I share messages that come through from people that I come to me for healings and readings, channeled letters, and also messages that come to me for my journey as well, because I am also on a twin flame journey back to reunite with my twin. And so we all share this crazy journey, which is getting more and more kind of surreal, I think, as we uplift with the planet. And things are really, we do see that everywhere around us, right? There is definitely no doubt about this journey. So, I mean, there is, but the more that we see it, the more that we elevate ourselves up, then the more this is really quite an amazing thing. So, all my messages are linked. They all go from one to the next to the next. And I just want to say thank you so much, because without everyone that comes to me and subscribes and adds comments and all of those things, that's what's really fuels this channel, because it's all of you. So, I want to say thank you. So when I was loading up the last video for this morning, I was pulled to do a Whispers of Love Oracle. This Oracle deck is by Angela Hartfield and Josephine Wall. And significantly, it is heart and wall, right? We are breaking down the walls around our hearts for everyone. And the card that came through was, unsurprisingly, the spiritual connection, which is this relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. And if you look what they're doing down here, the letter that I read out from the Divine Love Letter books that wanted to come through was letter 216. And in the letter it said, I want to dance with you in the moonlight with the sea lapping at our feet. And if you look at this here, that's exactly what they are doing. And so this connection, and it's number 27. So 27 is, I use an energy deck, and number 27 is the number of basically walking away from everything that isn't your spiritual and your soul, basically your true self. And so it's significantly, this card is also number 27. So whenever I see the number 27, it's always linked to walking away from energies that no longer support you on your journey to becoming more and more of who you are. And this is why this card is so lovely, because if you look here, this spiritual connection and this relationship goes way, way, way beyond anything. And it's so special. And so just that this card has them dancing by the moonlight right by the sea lapping at their feet, which is exactly the message that came through in the first video of today. So if you haven't looked at that, it's letter 216. I used that in the subject. So go and check it, because this card is exactly identifying that, which is just so gorgeous. So I'm going to read what it says for letter 27, and then the letter that wants to come through is letter 38. So I'm going to read that. But this spiritual connection, which is so beautiful. So this relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. Everything happens for a reason. Know that some of the people that come into our life are there just to help teach us a lesson and make a real impact on our life. Whether this is a love, soulmate relationship, or a relationship for growth, it is important to you in this lifetime. Well, so special, because it's important to remember that this relationship that you're in with your twin is really way beyond anything that our minds can actually really, really take in. But every time we get signs and syncs and messages and, all of these incredible things, it really opens our minds more and more and more. And that's what I just think is such a beautiful thing to remember on the journey, and not to get bogged down in all of the, of course there is challenges to this journey. Of course there is, but it's about elevating ourselves out of that and using techniques that we can use to really raise our vibration out of those moments of when there is moments of doubt, fear, anxiety, frustration, right? And so this is the message they want to give with this. Remember, if you're watching this and you're watching it for a reason, you found this video for a reason, it's because this person that you're thinking about is your deep spiritual connection, right? It's a relationship that is here because you're connected way beyond. You're connected by your consciousness, your vibration. And so, letter 38 from the Divine Love Letter books is this. I want you to know that since the first time I saw you, laid my eyes on you, I knew you had set something off in me, and like a domino effect that triggered every one of my senses. Like on Home Alone, when he is setting up booby traps for the men, trying to protect himself. And that's what I've been doing, trying to hide myself away. Push away the connection, because I was afraid of it. Afraid of the feelings it was making me feel. I guess I was just frightened of myself. But I know that it's had to happen this way. I had to face up to everything that I have suppressed and pushed down into the deepest parts of me and depths of my soul. But it's all because I'm finding my way back to you again. We are on this journey together. Please know that this is my soul's mission, our soul's mission, to live in love, to live in our hearts, to know that we are love. Okay, so also the other thing that I really noticed about this card, which in the artwork is amazing, is that if you look, there is like the family that's walking down. It's got the tiger, and it looks like either a black jaguar or a bear. I think it's a black jaguar, but and the hands are intertwined, and she's like sending. Basically, this message is coming like from her consciousness down to his consciousness, which is helping them, create this path. And this is and this is all about, this connection is that you're taking each other by the hand, no matter what it looks like in this physical realm. In the spiritual, you're taking each other by the hand and sending these messages through your subconscious to help each other create this path to bring in this, happy family, the bliss, right? Which is why it's just so lovely. And I kid you not, every time I ask for a card from this deck, it is pretty much always this card. It's a spiritual connection way beyond what your eyes can know about. So letter 38 from book 2 is this. That I love you. And despite everything that has happened between us, and despite what you might think is happening with me at the moment, that none of that is real. You are my only truth. You are the only one that is worth fighting for. You are the one that has been on my mind and playing with my soul, stirring me up inside and raging round and round my mind. Believe that the only person I truly want is you. Everyone else is just mindless, frozen moments. There is no feeling, no pleasure, just emptiness. More and more mindless interactions when all I truly want is you. Okay, well that's so powerful, because that's for everyone that, has twins that are with other people, and, they might be playing the field at the moment and doing all of that. They're doing it to create the contrast more and more and more to know what they really want. And so that's where it's about understanding that everything has a time, everything has a place, everything has a purpose, and they're doing that for their soul growth, right? And sometimes we have to go through really difficult times to break through to what our soul really wants. So the final letter is letter 38 from book 3. So, you are so right. It is a beautiful and extraordinary feeling. It's sometimes overwhelming and comes over me in waves of panic, thinking, I can never lose you. I can never let this go. I can never let you go. It's so powerful, that feeling of really can't imagine my life, not with you in it. It's terrifying, exhilarating, and also liberating. You've taught me that the only way to live is with an open heart, to be free to love me, that it's okay to love me. And when I let myself do that, I can love you with all that I am. You make me the man I want to be. Wow, how perfect is that as well? Because look, he's looking up to her, and it's almost like, you know, she's pulling him up, right? She's pulling him up with her awareness and her consciousness. So that just is, you know, and that again is, we have to remember that this is an energetic flow that we're doing. And so, of course, if you are the one that's watching this video, you are more aware in your conscious mind. Doesn't matter because on the subconscious, you're both, you know, totally working. But it is about, you know, in the first video today, I said about I was doing a tandem skydive jump. And again, looking at the timing of that, there are no, everything happens for a reason. The tandem jump is a tandem skydive is really about taking that leap of faith, right? Really believing and knowing that actually you're always doing it together. The tandem, you're always energetically doing it together. The more you take the leaps of faith in your life, the more you trust in the universe, the more you show that you are 100% in this, right? The more you do that, the more that you will help each other in your connection. Because it's so easy, again, to forget that we're doing this as an energetic journey together. And it is teamwork. And it is knowing that it's pushing you to become more of who you're meant to be. And breaking out of the chrysalis isn't always easy. But in the end, you become the butterfly. And it's trusting in that process, trusting in your process, trusting in your journey, believing and knowing that, you know, the chrysalis always becomes a butterfly. You know, there is an end result where you will spread your wings and fly. So this is a spiritual connection which is here to push you further and further and further, to let go of energies that you no longer need, to become more and more of who you're meant to be. So, and I love the fact that they are actually dancing in the moonlight, but with the sea lapping at their feet, which is exactly what came through in the first letter. So I'm just going to read letter 216 again, because that is just crazy good syncing. So it is, I want to be dancing with you in the moonlight, with the sea lapping at our feet. The twinkling of the stars on the sea's surface. It's crazy. And the warm breeze brushing against our skin. I want our life together to be one long honeymoon of always doing and being romantic with one another, to live the most tender, caring, passionate relationship, to be everything to one another. I want you, only you, forever, really, really together, sharing everything. Well, this card depicts it all. So that is the message. The message is this spiritual connection goes way beyond anything else. Trust it. Trust, trust, trust. And another plea, if you could, I'm doing a sponsored tandem skydive. I'll be mentioning this in every video up until Sunday. I'm jumping 15,000 feet in aid of Stonewall, which is a charity that supports the LGBT community. I'd be so grateful for any sponsorship, small or large. Anything would be absolutely amazing. If you click on the link in the description box, it's the first one. You'll see me on there. I'm called Nix. That's what my friends call me, so it's Nix. And I'll be jumping on Sunday. So, thank you so much. All right, take care. Bye.